Good afternoon and welcome to the first of our many short-form cyberpunk games. I'm Bryan F. Irving. I'm from DH9 Radio and Gethsemane Games, and I'll be your games master this evening. The rule system we'll be using is Modern Age with the Cyberpunk Slice expansion, both by Green Ronin Games. The music you'll be hearing is by Tabletop Audio. Maps are by Gethsemane Games. As I mentioned, I'm the Games Master, and our cast today are Patrick,
Hello.
who is playing
I'm playing Baba.
Louise Morris,
Hi, I'm Louise. I'm playing Jet Domino, and I will try and patch people up and be really grumpy if they get injured.
excellent, Ben Watson,
Hi, I'm Ben. I am playing. What's my full name? Alexander Weatherford, also known as Sterling, and I drive cars.
oh, sorry, I'm just going to turn that background
Brum.
music down a little bit.
That was
a bit
loud.
excessive. It was loud. I do apologise. And Tom.
I'm playing Kayden Riley. He's very good at moving things from one place to another, and that's all he can do.
Pretty much. Okay. In the late 2050s, corporations have grown even more powerful than governments. Spanning both national and international boundaries, the big corporations have become a law unto themselves. Ever since the state corporate wars of the mid-2030s and the open gaming license war of the late 2020s, in this dystopian nightmare, people have become disposable. Workers are even more powerless than before, and the streets belong to booster gangs and street runners. The internet is a perpetual battleground, not just of the ongoing culture wars, but where corporations, runners and hackers fight for control of information and misinformation. Our story begins in London, England. No longer the great power it once was, no longer a member of the EU, and since the secession of the independent Republic of Scotland, no longer part of a truly united kingdom. England is at the mercy of the corporations in all but name. Our players are members of a small-ish but quite powerful London gang. They've been called together by their boss, Don, who wants to see them about something. When two of you arrive anyway, when Kayden and Sterling arrive, you notice that Don is sat behind his surprisingly plush desk. He's got sort of urges to be a corpy but was never called type of thing. He's quite a corpulent man. He's sat behind his desk, and behind him is the large imposing frame of one of his enforcers, Baba. Also stood there, leaning against the wall in a sort of slightly nonchalant way, is another member of the gang that you recognise, Jet Domino. Don's Ripper Doc. Specialises in, patching people up when they're injured, but also implanting illegal cyberware. You're not quite sure what's going on until Don tells you. Alright, Chumbers, about time. Bit fucking late, but never mind. Try not to keep me waiting in the future, yeah? Anyhow, sit.
Sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta do what he says.
As you sit, he says, okay, we've got a bit of a problem here. It's just a little problem, but it's annoying, and it's something I just can't let go. You'll understand why in a minute. What it is, there's a booster gang hanging out round where our buddy Jet here lives. Now, that booster gang's been giving some of the people in the block a bit of grief. Now, I can't have that because I own that block. Now, from what I know at the moment, he's been given grief mostly, or they've been given grief mostly to the kind of the most vulnerable people in the block. And I like to think I'm a good businessman. I look after my people, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct answer. So, normally these chuckle fucks would be far too lowly for me to worry about. But this is my people they're stressing. And it's getting to the point where one or two of them might be considering calling the police about it. Now, for reasons we're not going to go into, I would rather that the police are not poking around the building, if you get what I mean. So what I want you to do is to go and deal with this gang and explain to them why it's not in their best interests to be giving grief to anybody that rents an apartment from me.
You just want us to talk to them.
I want you to handle the situation in a way that's not going to bring any further undue legal attention to my town.
I see. Got it.
Undue legal attention.
So I would rather this went by without any serious violence. But if that's the only option, make sure it doesn't happen too close to anything I own. Nobody fucking sees you, and there's no evidence left behind. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
No,
We'll be feeding the goldfish in the Thames.
So, the fuck you still doing here?
Let's go.
Okay, so the three of you head out of Don's office down the stairs. It's quite a significant office for a small organisation, but then Don is not short of a penny or two, and some of it is even legitimate. For example, he does have a number of tower blocks around London that he rents out to people. This is obviously one of them. Now, he's not really giving you a great deal to go on. What you know at the moment is that Jet lives in this tower block, and that some of the people there have been getting some grief off these this gang. That's all you've got to go on at the moment. What would you like to do?
Well, we're gonna have to talk to some residents and trying to find out who it is that's causing the issues.
The obvious ones to talk to would be Jet, and Kayden and Jet know of each other at least. Yeah, we got to. There's a certain. I'm trying to think of. I was going to go for a pun by saying Jet lent an arm, and then I realized, oh wait, that doesn't work in the slightest.
No.
But yeah, no, made me no longer armless.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. I'll just leave the stream now.
Okay, well, Jet, what you know is that you've seen these guys around. They're mostly young. The kind of bravos would be the old term for them. They're kind of bullies. Bullies is what they are. They've not actually given you any grief because you look like somebody that might have the kind of contacts that would scare them. But they have been picking on Roxy, for a start, who is one of the strippers that works in one of Don's dance clubs. They've been giving her a bit of grief, and there's an old lady called Rose that lives there as well. They've been giving her a lot of grief. In fact, just give me a second. I'll see if there's anybody else you're aware of that they've been... Sorry, it's not Rose, it's Mrs. Swift. Rose is somebody
Mrs.
else
Swift.
entirely different game. Forget Rose. There's no Rose.
So it's okay. I understand. You just think everybody who lives here is the same. I get it when you don't.
You're
live
the
here.
problem with this society.
Oh God. So yeah, it's
Which is Rose Swift.
it's not. Well, you'll find out eventually, and then it will grow. You are of the other people that live there. You're also aware of Titch and Andrev, who are two young men who live together in an apartment on the second floor, and work as Don's cleaners and decorators. You also know other residents are Matty and Aniki. In fact, I tell you what, can I open that bit up, or is that under the Games Master section? It's under the Games Master section, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to
Yeah.
Just keep telling you. Yeah, so Titch and Andres,
Okay.
I've mentioned. So Matty and Aniki, a Finnish couple with 2 small children. So Matty works as a building superintendent, and Aniki is a stay-at-home mother.
Okay.
There's John Applecline, small-time dealer in recreational pharmaceuticals, who lives on...
The guy with the stinky flat.
Yeah, exactly. And Jessia Lamar, who runs the cafe that's on the ground floor. There's a cafe in the corner of the building that's only actually accessible from outside the building. But it's kind of added to the... I'll show you, actually. I'll actually take you... Well, no, let's see what you want to do first. See what prep you want to...
We could... I mean, we could just try and catch them in the act. We can just wait outside. Are they harassing these people daily? Or is it like bi-weekly or something?
You don't really know. Jet doesn't really know, because Jet's seen them about now and again and heard a little bit of the grumbling, but doesn't know much more than that.
I kind of want to go talk to the
They
old lady.
tend to dissipate when they spot my hair.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Well-
kind of want to go talk to the old lady, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, so you head downtown to where the small tower block is. When I say small tower block, it's only about 8 stories high. It's not a huge one. It's a relatively small place. You would say it's probably got something in the region of 4 to 8 apartments per level, depending on the size of them. I'll just pop it out there. I'll just move these guys because they're not there yet. Over there. And I'll start dragging you out onto the... So, Alexander, Barbar, Kayden, and Jet. There you go. You should have appeared on the street just outside the building.
No, I've got a cycling.
Spines.
Yeah,
Sorry?
just
Yeah.
refresh. Just
Okay.
refresh.
Okay.
I had the same thing. Roll20 was just like stuck loading.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I have the
That's better.
dynamic
There we
lighting
go.
on this, so I'll just switch that on, make it daylight mode.
Oh, she looks like a sweet old lady. Oh, she's disappeared.
Yeah, sorry, because the dynamic lighting wasn't on, but all the things were drawn. So there you go. You can see there are 2 front entrances. One leads into the cafe, one leads into the... Actually, I'm just going to move Roxy. One leads into the main building itself.
Are these cameras, these things here?
The fire hydrants.
Okay.
Okay.
There's inexplicably ones made it inside the cafe as well, which I didn't spot.
We told the fire department not to put this there, but they insisted.
Wandering fire.
Ironically, it was the fire hydrant that caused the fire.
Well, my fire alarm did once start a fire in this house.
You became the thing you swore to destroy.
Yes, which is why it's no longer connected to the mains and I have a battery-operated one.
You know when the fire department comes around and they check all your smoke alarms and stuff. Why is this disconnected? Well, it caused a fire, you see.
Yes. Oh, it's all right. You can see the soot mark is still like on the thing around it. Okay, so Barbar, you're heading into the cafe.
It makes a door noise. I love it.
I know. I
Was
thought.
that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah. You open the door and you see there's a woman behind the counter over here who kind of looks up as you come in and sort of points at either the table here or the couches over here. You also see there's a younger woman sat at a table on her own over here, sipping a latte and reading something on her palm device.
Okay, I'm gonna go
When I
take a
say
seat at
palm
the couch.
device, it's literally embedded in our palm.
Oh, well.
I can her a wave.
She waves back with the other hand. You know this is Roxy that was mentioned earlier.
Cool. Hey, how are things? How's that palm device working out for you? Still working fine?
Yeah, not bad. One or two of the customers complain because they're like, you know, they don't like to see tech in their strippers, but I can always do this. And she kind of double taps it, and it goes. It turns almost the colour of her skin, so it's harder to see, but it's not. It's still there.
That's pretty cool.
You should get the tip jar up.
I've got it.
Wow. Glad it's working out for you.
Meanwhile, Barbar's checking the, making sure nobody's hiding in the toilet. Right. Okay, so the waitress, Jessica, heads open. Oh, you're heading that way. Okay, she'll go back behind the counter.
Just find him really weird.
As you try and go in there, she's, whoa, that's staff only, chummer.
It's alright.
What do you mean it's alright? Get out of my kitchen! You maniac!
I kind of like
alright.
slowly sink beneath my hands, pretending not to know any of these people.
You see what the woman behind the counter does is she brings up the till. It's got like a clear projected image of the menu. And she touches it and flicks it towards you, and it appears on each of your Palm Pilots.
Ah.
So you can now see the menu and the prices.
This is a bit forceful. Let's just buy something. There you go.
She sat in the fucking cafe. She's not expecting you to just come in to sniff around the storage facilities and to check what make of cookies you've got.
Oh, jelly deal!
Yes, jelly deals is on there. Proper local delicacy. I mean, the VAT grown these days, obviously. But you want to what?
Is this bacon sandwich gluten free?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have wheat in it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Is it made with meat-free meat?
Yes. Well,
Sick.
yes and no. It depends what you mean. It's made with no animal meat, so it's VAT grown meat.
Oh, I see. Some of the good stuff though.
Well, I won't go that far.
Well, I'll have this with some apple juice with a side of information, please.
She looks a bit suspiciously at you because she's never seen you before, but she realises you with Jet, so you cannot be all good.
Back door.
We don't have a back door. What information do you want?
Well, we have been told of several incidents that keep occurring with some young'uns.
Sorry to interrupt you, but is your friend all right? Because he's just wandered off without a carer.
He's fine. Can we also get one of those Ribena juice boxes for him?
Yes, you can. With in a sippy cup, presumably.
Just give him one of the straws, yeah.
Okay.
If I have one of those non-spill ones, so they don't tip over, that would be pretty good. He's a bit.
One of those non-SWAT ones?
None of the non-spill cups, you know?
Oh, non-spill, sorry, yes.
What did you think I said?
Nonce something.
Nonce cups? No.
Yes.
No. But anyways, yeah, there's apparently been a couple troublemakers roaming around these parts, and a couple of the residents, because one, I forgot, who's the person who lives here? I forgot your name.
That would be me.
Yes!
I'm Jet.
Yeah, Jet here. They've been telling us about all of these naughty people that keep bothering them,
Jet.
breaking windows. Yes, Jet, that's the name.
What now?
Points at Jet.
Okay, well,
Yes.
yeah, we have had a bit of trouble with one of the local gangs. They keep showing up and harassing people, especially
Oh,
Roxy over there. Roxy nods. But yeah, actually,
I
it's
see.
getting quite serious because they found where I work, so they keep showing up there as well. Sometimes follow me home on a night.
Okay, does
Oh,
this
we can't have
happen?
that.
Does this happen every
Roxy.
time? Does this happen every time you go to work, Roxy?
It's like his brain's lagging, isn't it? not yours, Patrick. I mean, like the characters. It happens most nights. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Take your juice box and go sit on the couch. When are you next to work, Roxy?
Tonight.
Okay. Well, we are wanting to talk to this so-called gang, and I do the air quotes.
Right, you are.
So if you don't mind, we'll follow you to work, and if they have any bother, we can have a talking to.
If you don't mind,
Speak
we'll
with.
follow you to work.
Gotta ask permission first.
Okay.
Before you stalk people.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going in about. She kind of looks at her watch. I'm going in about 20 minutes.
Okay, that'll give me enough time to eat my gluten-free, wheat-free, meat-free, life-free, cruelty-free bacon sandwich.
It will. Aye.
I've got a question. Can I see any cameras, like either here or outside?
None at all.
None at all. All right.
None at all.
That goes my idea.
It's almost as if for some reason Don didn't like cameras monitoring the sort of stuff that goes on around buildings he owns. You can't imagine why that would be.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna take
Sits
a
down and
seat.
starts drinking the juice box.
Okay.
You just hear that.
Oh, okay, so you start noisily drinking your juice box.
I didn't say noisily.
Okay, so you start drinking your juice box.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought it was you that did the sound effect. But
Oh, it was
Ben
me.
No. The people are role playing on my behalf, apparently.
Okay. Are you just waiting till it's till Roxy's off to work, or are you going to use the time to speak to any of the others, or is there anything else you want to do?
I just trying not to look like a permanently exhausted pigeon. What was the lady behind the counter?
You imagine that's probably Josiah Lamar or Jesse Lamar.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her about like descriptions of what they look like and stuff like that because they keep vanishing every time I see them, and it would be good to know who we're looking for.
Okay.
I see a bin.
Can you see a bin? Yes, there's a bin here. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't see where you pinged.
It's just here somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are bins about the place.
Fair enough.
So yes, Jesse has given you a description. Could I have a perception seeing test from Barbar and Jet, please?
Okay, hang on.
Are these are they the suspicious characters outside?
There might be.
Well, that's clever.
Well, she's given the
It says
description. Sorry, go on.
Hang on, sorry, my sheet wasn't set up properly. Like, I've got perception, but it doesn't have seeing. However, I know I have seeing because I have a cybernetic eye.
Right, yes.
So give
you've
me a
definitely.
second, I'll put that in.
You can add the focus. You need to go to the focus tab and add it there.
Yeah.
Okay, so she says, well, it varies because there are quite a few in this gang, so you get different ones each night. But the most persistent is two men in their early 20s, a woman about the same, a fourth person. I'm not really sure what gender they are. The two men, one's bald, the other one's got like short cropped blonde hair. He's quite handsome actually, like chiseled face. His girlfriend always hangs out with him. She's got a unhealthily pale skin, scars, long black hair. And as they're saying this, Jet looks out the window and goes, what, like them? So Sterling, you're in the street. You can see four people have just kind of wandered up to the front of the building and are kind of hanging around, leaning up on the walls, kind of tittering and looking about. One of them.
Do they look like troublemakers?
Yeah, they do a bit. I mean, one of them's just pulled a spray can. and is spraying over the window over here.
Oi!
You can hear somebody banging on the inside of the window. Like, "Oi, get away, you fucking idiots!" Right? So you yell "Oi" at them, yeah?
Oi! You little twats! What do you think you're doing?
They turn around and they go, "You just walk away, sunshine. You don't want to be any part of this."
You don't want to be any part of me? What do you think you're doing, vandalising this here property?
We kind of look at each other and start laughing. It's like, "Oh, we've got a tough boy here."
I am a tough boy. I'll show you how tough I am.
Oh, hello.
Now-
He's got some friends with him. Look at this. He's got friends.
I'm just gonna watch this out the window.
Who's got the spray can?
It would be it'll be the blonde guy, so he'll still, the bald guy, so he'll still be slightly behind. Well, no, he walks up to back up the others, but he's got the spray can still in his hand.
Are they sort of line abreast? Are they like shoulder to shoulder? Am I going to have to bump through them, or is there space to get through?
You'd have to bump through them, but it would come as a bit of a surprise to them, so you could just try a strength might test to just barge through.
Yeah, if you imagine that I've walked from the door past Sterling.
Yes, stop.
Yep, past Sterling, and as they've been saying, oh, he's got friends backing him up. I plough straight into them, and I'm going for the guy with the spray can.
Okay, so you're taking them completely by surprise. They are quite sturdy themselves, so you're going to need to beat them in a strength contest.
Okay.
It's strength might. They don't have might, but they do have. Although they don't either, but they do have quite a high strength. So 13. You've just bumped one straight out of the way, and the other one. So basically, as you come ploughing through them, you bump that woman sort of backwards and out of the way. This guy just kind of his body twists momentarily and then kind of snaps back into place, but you've created enough space to get through to this guy. But the woman kind of yelps in like, who the fuck do you think you are? And the guy that you didn't quite move like reaches out his hand to grab you on the shoulder. What are you doing?
Has he actually touched me?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm still focusing on the bald guy with the spray can. I'm reaching to effectively disarm him, so to grab him by the wrist and twist the can out of his hand.
Okay. Okay, so just give me a second to open up the turn order. There are 3 people trying to act at the moment. So it's the poser who's trying to grab you, it's the guy with the spray can, and it is you. Well, actually, there's only 2 of you really trying to act. One of them's trying to react, so I'm going to give the guy with the spray can a penalty to his initiative. So could I get initiative for Barbar, and I'll run 2 for... This is just for the first round. Other people can roll later if they want to get involved.
Yep.
And I'll roll for that guy. And...
Please do remind me where initiative is.
On your dexterity.
Just flat. Oh, right, yes. Okay.
And I seem to have misplaced my... There we go. Pause a gang. And... I couldn't find it myself there, after having just told you where to look. Okay, so that's actually gone in the right initiative order. I've never had that happen before. So the poser ganger that you're taken by surprise would normally go first, but he wasn't expecting this, so he's got a penalty. So you're actually going to get to go just before he does this round. So he'll miss his he'll delay his action this round. And it will go straight into Barbar, then the guy who was trying to grab you, and then the guy with the spray can. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm grabbing his hand. I'm not setting out to injure him, just to take the can off him.
You're taking the can off him.
Yeah.
Okay, so make an unarmed combat attack, but instead of damage, this is going to be a stunt attack, which means you automatically, if you succeed, get 2 points of stunts. If you would generate stunts anyway, you get them in addition to that. The 2 points that you will automatically generate on a success must be used for a disarm stunt.
Right.
And saying all that, it's just reminded me I didn't explain to Tom how stunts happen, so I'll explain to Tom in a moment. But let's have this go first.
A close combat roll, did you say?
Close combat roll, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you have generated stunts.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom, this is an ideal time for me to explain how stunts work. You know, I told you all skill tests of 3 dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll notice one of those dice is a different colour.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stunt dice. Now, if any 2 of your 3 dice show the same number as one another, you have generated stunts. And the number of stunt points you've generated is whatever the number is on the coloured dice. So in this instance, Barbar generated stunts by rolling 2 5s, one of which happens to be on the stunt dice. But it could just as easily have been 2 5s on the white dice. You'd still have got stunts, but the number of stunts you get is the number on the blue dice. So in this instance, Barbar's successfully hit. You've grabbed the guy's arm. You've taken the can out of his hand from the 2 stunts you got because you declared a stunt attack. You've also got another 5 stunt points. What would you like to do with those?
Oh, I've just seen a perfect one because this wasn't really an attack as such.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a non-attack physical feat. Does that sound right?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Right, okay. Shock and awe.
Right.
When you succeed at a non-attack physical feat or take an opponent out, anyone who witnesses it rolls willpower, courage, or morale versus your strength intimidation. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. I love this.
Yes.
If you win, they suffer a -1 to the next opposed roll they make against you, or a -1 to their defense versus your next attack against them, whichever comes first. That's exactly what I'm after.
Okay. So just refresh my memory about what you said at the start about what they're rolling.
I just closed that.
Well, don't do that.
That general combat stunts. Yeah. Okay, shock and awe. So when you succeed at a non-attack physical feat,
Yeah.
or take an opponent out,
Yeah.
so they get to roll willpower, courage, or morale versus my strength.
Okay. They don't
Yeah.
have courage. They don't have morale. So you roll strength and give me a target number for the others to roll against.
Okay. It is strength intimidation. So
Strength intimidation. So they need to beat 12, otherwise they're intimidated. So I'm going to start with the guy who was trying to grab you first of all.
Mhm.
He failed, so I'm going to put a little marker on him to show that he's intimidated by you. I will in a second when I can get it to open. Let's just make the rolls around and we'll see how it goes. The next guy needs to be 12. The guy who you snatched the can off, you grabbed the can off him and you just like his eyes just widen in shock. He just didn't see it coming at all.
Yep.
The woman you shoulder charged out of the way is
Oh,
just
wow.
fucking angry. She's properly angry at you. So she's going to use her stunt points to make a sneak attack on you.
Hang on, this is a willpower test. She gets stunts to an attack.
She gets stunts because she's resisting your stunt generator thing. Oh, it's a resistance. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So what she's going to use them for is to make a separate attack.
I didn't know we could do that. Cool.
I'm calling it. The guy north of you is... sorry, the guy south of you is unsurprised. He saw this coming. Okay? So she's going to try and grab the canister back off you is what she's going to do. And then spray you in the face with it is what she's intending to do, but she'll not have time to do everything. So let me make a attack roll. This is going to be... It'll say baseball... No, it'll say knuckle dusters, but she's not actually punching. She's just trying to grab the... okay, so what's your defense?
Let's have a look. 12.
Okay, so she's grabbed the canister and you're now wrestling with it between you. So
Okay.
what's your strength? In fact,
4.
just give me a strength test. You can
Strength
add
test.
might if you like.
Don't have might. Not yet,
Okay, she
anyway.
took it faster than you could react, so she's kind of grabbed it while you were still... You grabbed it off him, she grabbed it off you, right?
Yeah.
Which means her and the guy next to her are kind of snickering, whereas the guy you took it from and the guy who was trying to grab it from you in the front, was trying to restrain you in the first place, are both intimidated by you. So I'm going to put a little marker on to show that they're intimidated. I'll put the scream on. There we go. Okay, so the guy who's trying to restrain you gets his next roll. So he's gonna I'm gonna make a knuckle duster roll, but he's not gonna be doing any damage. It's just an attempt. He's just trying to grab your shoulder. So 15, he's managed to grab your shoulder, but things are escalating a little bit faster than he expected. So as you barge through, he was just trying to restrain you. But all
Do I get a resistance to that?
Well, you don't get to resist because you're not doing anything to you. He's just like grabbed you by the shoulder. But he hasn't done enough to restrain you or anything. He's kind of wasted an attack, but he wasn't expecting things to escalate quite this quickly. So the question now is, what does everybody else want to do? Do you want to roll initiative or do you want to stand off and see what happens?
Yes, I want to.
I want to jump in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're going to roll initiative, make sure that you have your token highlighted by the cursor before you roll initiative, and then it'll automatically add you to the turn order when you roll.
What I'm wanting to do is show the hilt of my machete and just say, just leave.
Okay, so on your round you'll do that, and it'll be an intimidation test. But because you're not using your strength to intimidate them, I'll allow you to use communication intimidation instead.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold back.
You're going to stand off?
And not actually get involved, but I am observing.
Okay, you're going to
I'll
stand
jump
back and
in.
absorb. Did everybody who wanted to roll initiative, have they all appeared in the initiative tracker?
I think I'm in there.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in there.
I'm going to reorder it then. Descending, and first person to act is the poser ganger with the girlfriend, the one who hasn't done anything yet but isn't actually intimidated. So he is going to. He takes a light chain out of his pocket and whips it round his head and tries to smack Barbar with that. So what's your defense?
Oh, in that case.
I believe it was 12.
So he's hit
12.
you, and he's hit you
Okay.
with stunts.
Okay.
So I'm just going to check what stunts we have for combat here. But in the meantime, let me just roll the basic damage. So light chain D6 plus 2. This is impact damage, so your impact number on your armor.
6.
6. Right you are.
That's gonna
So
go through, yeah.
he's hit you with the chain, but it's not going to go through unless he uses some stunts to make it go through. So I think he's probably going to have to do that, because otherwise he's just going to look at tit, isn't he? Really? So what did he score in the way of stunts? He scored 6 points of stunts. So he's going to use... Actually, no, he's going to use a knock prone, believe it or not. So make a melee attack against... Oh, sorry, not prone. Okay, it doesn't say anything here about needing to make a roll, but I think, given how strong you are compared to him, I think this is going to be a competing strength test.
Okay.
So give me a strength test. If you beat his 11, you don't fall over. Right. So
12.
he whips you round the leg and tries to pull you over, absolutely failing to do so. What he has managed to do instead, though, because he's still got stunt points, so I'm going to use some of those to skirmish you back. So instead of pulling you over, he's pulled you to there. That's 4 of the stunt points used. And then he's going to do group attack, pick one ally to move 2 yards in any direction they choose.
I've just realised I had 2 stunt points left over myself, because the stunt I chose only took 3.
Okay, was there something else you'd like to do?
If I can use it at this point, the guy who just wrapped my leg, as he skirmished me, yeah. I skirmish him into the road at the same time, just sort of using the momentum that he's put into that attack.
Normally, because your stunts would have to be used on a person that attacking at the time, I wouldn't allow it. But because I really like the narrative of that, I'm going to go with it.
Thank you.
So, would you like to describe exactly what happens?
Yeah, he chain wraps my leg and doing no damage, just tries to use the force of it to move me through space. But I dance round with him, kind of wrong foot him, and while he's moved me, I've also thrown him straight into the road.
Right, so you throw him into the road. He kind of yelps a bit because he wasn't expecting to be dragged around as you kind of twist suddenly and use the tension on the chain to fling him into the road. He almost knocks over his friend who's leaping forwards, ready to attack Kayden. However, Kayden's too fast for him. Kayden, it's your go. What would you like to do?
So I was initially going to attack the one that just gave Baba a hard time, but suddenly there's someone else in front of me, which is very rude of them.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
So with my just a quick question about stun guns. Do they have like any kind of disadvantage being close range,
No.
or like in D&D, or is it just it will still be a roll regardless whether he's
That's yes.
1 yard?
That's right. It'll still be exactly.
All right. I would like to attack this one. Actually, that didn't ping. The woman here.
Yeah. That's actually the one of indiscriminate gender, but yes.
And I would like to shoot my stun gun into her and hopefully have a decent roll.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
All right. Hopefully, I've pressed the right one. He said.
Yep. So you've got 16, and like we were saying before, 2 of your dice have come up the same. They've come up 5s. That means you've scored stunts, and because the blue dice shows a 5, you've scored 5 stunt points. So open the combat stunts section and choose up to 5 points worth of stunts. It doesn't have to be one stunt that costs 5, it can be multiple stunts that add up to 5.
Just a quick question. Do they have to be firearm stunts, or can they also be combat stunts and grappling stunts? Can I mix and match, or is it just stick to one category?
It can be combat or firearm stunts, but it can't be grappling stunts because you weren't trying to grapple. Combat stunts are considered general combat. They can always be used in a combat situation.
So, where was it? Oh, it was here a second. I'd like to use 2 points. Oh no, that's melee. I was just about to try and knock prone, but then I realised, oh wait, that's melee.
I will allow you to knock prone because you are in close range with a stun gun, so yes, I'm going to allow that.
Alright, I imagine he's probably sort of kind of gone for maybe the side then, enough to kind of like bring it down, like to knock that one.
Yeah.
Knock that one prone, and I feel because I can do up to 5 points.
You can. Yep.
Give me a second, just get my head around the system.
Yeah.
I would like to, if possible, spend an extra 2 points with Fisher's Blow.
Yes, you
so
can.
I do an extra 1d6 points of damage.
You can. So what happens is, as he comes rushing forward, you bring your stun gun up, and as he's reaching you so quickly, your stun gun's actually literally touching him when you pull the trigger. Poof! It fires this electrical pulse straight through what can only be described as his lower abdomen, as the bit you've collided with. So he's like, and collapses to the ground. Right? But because you've stun gunned him in the genitalia, right, they're actually going to take some damage from this stun gun. So go ahead and roll the damage, including the additional damage that you gain from your stunt.
Okay, so the damage of the gun itself is 4, and then the stunt is 6.
Oof, right, okay. So 10 points of damage to this ganger, who has, let me see, had better days, I think.
Does he have any armor on him?
He's got some very lightly protective armor. It's 1 point of impact damage reduced. So instead of
just
10,
because stun guns, if they don't have armor, they do stun people, but
aye.
Yeah, that's a
But
shame.
he does have a point of armor on. I just need to hit the right button because I'm all over the place here, like a complete and utter nightmare. So there we go. So you've stun zapped that one, and they've collapsed to the ground, writhing slightly as you've stunned them in the genitals. They've been sick and have wet themselves as well.
Jesus Christ.
So yep.
Oh, sorry, you go, Brian.
So that was your major action. You still have a minor action if you'd like to take one.
And I think I've also got 1 point of stunts left.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And just so I understand the defense system a little bit better, I'm gonna use. It says 1 to 3, so I assume I'm gonna use duck and weave.
Duck
So
and
again,
weave. Yeah.
+1 defense per SP stunt point, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, until the beginning of my next turn. So
Brilliant. Yeah.
extra 1 defense.
Excuse me. So your defense goes up by 1.
Yep.
And it is as this person goes crashing to the ground, rather stunned by the whole activity. It is Alexander Weatherford or Sterling.
Okay, so now that they've started to attack, I am going to draw my weapon, but I'm going to hold my action. If this guy moves to attack, then I am going to stab him quite a lot.
So you're going to stab me. You're going to escalate it to.
If he moves to attack, yes, because then, yes.
Okay. Oh, and you were showing the thing as well. So
Well, it's drawn now, so he'll know that I'm serious now.
Okay, so let's have a intimidation check from you.
Okay. Communication, isn't it? Yes. Oh, well, that's shit.
Yeah, that is a bit shit. It's usually strength, but I was allowing communication because you were trying to frighten him by telling him you were going to stab him. Yeah, he's not on the list being worried about you, so you're holding your action, and it is the bald poser ganger who is intimidated by Barbar. I think he is probably going to rush Alexander with his baseball bat, I think he's going to use. So he slides a baseball bat out of his trench coat arm and comes rushing at you. He's 1, 2.
I know I said I was holding it to attack the guy with the hair, but could I move that to the bald guy?
Yes, I will allow that. Yeah. So
Okay,
he comes
then.
rushing in to attack you with a baseball bat, and you're going to attempt to stab him as he comes in. So go for it.
I get to attack on a major and a minor. Just
Oh
so
shit!
you know.
Do you really? Fuck. Right. Okay.
Yes. So essentially this would play out as I see these two people going for Tom. What's your character called?
Kayden.
Going for Kayden. Obviously, Kayden tases the guy in the balls. He goes down quite comic. And then I see this other guy out the corner of my eye. I draw the weapon ready for him. And then out the other corner of my eye, this bald fucker runs at me.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start slashing.
Right. Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, I'll just roll on both.
Okay. So the 12's a miss. So as he comes rushing in, you go and attempt to stab him. You kind of slash at him, but he's not. He sees it coming and slows down, reels backwards slightly, and then as soon as you've slashed, he comes forward with his baseball bat in the air, about to bring it down when he realizes you're bringing the machete back on the backslash, and you cut him straight across the abdomen. Roll the damage.
9 damage.
Okay, so 9 damage.
9.
So that is going to become 8 damage that gets through. That leaves him with that. I'll just pop that in. It looks to me very much like our API scripts aren't running. So let me just restart them and see if.
Really, that never happens.
Okay, so we still seem to be running without everybody's damage aura. Yeah, we are. Okay, so I don't know why. It might be I haven't installed that API. I'll check for next game. But anyway, he looks very badly injured. You can see he goes pale.
When there's a breather in combat, I'll just kind of look at him and go, "Mate, you're dying." While pointing at his wound.
He's gonna twat you in the head. So that's 13 with 3 stun points. Is that a hit?
Oh, I completely forgot to do a thing. Yeah, just.
Just will do me. So he has 3 stun points. Let's have a look at which ones he's going to do. He is going to. Okay, no, I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go for a vicious blow for an extra d6 and a momentum gain. So he gains +3 on his initiative. This guy. So, is there any point? He already goes first. So no, there's not. Give him an adrenaline rush instead. So we're going to put his health up by. We're in gritty, aren't we? So his health's going to go back up by 2. Okay, and he did an extra dice damage as well. So let's do the baseball bat damage first. So that's 9 and the additional damage, so that's another 4. So he's done 13 impact stunning damage to
9
you.
then. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ouch.
Okay, so as he clocks you around the side of the face, the rest of you, some of them will tell the story down the bar later that they definitely heard this hollow sound as he connected with your head. But it isn't a hollow sound, it's more like a bone crunching as he smacks you right in the side of the face, knocks one of your teeth loose completely.
Oh no.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm sure Jet can fix that later. That's both of his actions. So it is Barbar to go.
Okay. Something of a mental conflict at this point.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I've got sufficient capacity
Okay.
to even have a mental conflict.
Depends, what's your
However-
intelligence? What's your intelligence?
-1.
Ah.
So, not having played a character so devoid of intelligence before, I have orders from my boss.
Yes,
Okay.
you have orders from your boss, yes.
Which is, paramount.
Yes.
Firstly, can anyone see us?
Oh yeah, you're in the middle of the street. There's
Have
windows.
we been too violent?
It is escalating rapidly. It's getting
Right.
there. The fact that a knife has come out and somebody's been potentially fatally stabbed. Luckily, he has survived it, but it could have been fatal. You would say that's escalating it too quickly. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm doing this kind of for the benefit of the rest of the group, so you know what I'm doing, and I'm not just playing the literal fool for laughs.
Oh.
Okay. So what I would like to do is, if I can get a paintbrush, is this guy flawed?
That guy, yes, on the ground.
Right. What my plan is to go and grab him and drag him inside,
Okay, so
saying the word "follow,"
right. Okay.
hoping that the rest of the gang will follow after their friend, because they don't want to see him, go off and something horrible happen to him elsewhere, and it'll get everybody off the street. My question to you as the GM, is that too smart for -1 intelligence?
No, I think that's fair enough.
Right.
You can do that.
Okay.
So I'll need a grapple and attack from you, which will be the same as your punch.
This is
except
the
you've
guy.
already done.
This is the guy who's down.
Yeah, I mean, he's not unconscious though, so he is going to
Right.
try not to get grabbed by the big meaty thuggy guy.
Yes. and how do I delete the shape that I've just made?
You get to give Master to try it, I think. Hang on.
What's the Games Master's intelligence score?
No, that's,
-1.
hang on.
You stop drawing more of them.
I'm trying to rub it out with some transparent, but it's not going away. It's making more.
Fucking stop it, I can't
Use
keep
your
up.
pointer click.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything. It's enraging Bryan, and I don't want to do it.
Right, okay, you go over there, see if you can get a hold of the guy. The guy's defense is 12, but they're on the ground. You get +1 on your attack.
Right. Okay, doke.
You're also shoulder to shoulder with Kayden, so that gives you another +1, so you're actually +2 on your attack.
Right. So you want me standard close combat? Is that right?
Yep, standard close combat
With
attack.
a +2.
Yep.
Okay, so just +2 on that, whatever it is. So that's
Yep, you've grabbed him.
16.
3 points of grappling stunts as well. A
Ooh,
lot
right,
of
okay.
stunts happening this.
And there are, aren't there?
Yeah.
Right. Really, what I'm after is hostage.
Right, okay.
I did state what I was intending to do.
Yep.
Would you call that a stunt attack? In retrospect,
Actually, yes, because you're trying to move them, so you're effectively skirmishing them.
well,
So in this round, you can only get them 2 spaces from where they are now. That would mean they'd still be in contact with you, so you haven't don't need to spend any further. But if you want to move them further than that, you'll need to use more stunt points on skirmish again.
right. Well, the one I'm thinking that seems sort of certainly narratively the title fits hostage. You and your target make opposed fighting grappling rolls. If you win, you maneuver them into a vulnerable position. If they do anything other than a free action on their next turn, or if anyone attacks you or your allies before the beginning of the next turn, you may make an immediate attack against it. Actually, no.
No, that would work. I mean, you're trying to de-escalate this, so yeah, that could work.
Oh, well, not so much de-escalate. I want to get them out of sight of the public and into the bathroom that I found. Then we can get them a damn good pasting in there. That was my original plan.
Right, okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah. But, -1 intelligence, you're spray painting, I will stop you.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to use the stunts for? How do you want to go about this?
Okay, I will give you the intention.
Yeah.
I want to grab hold of him and drag him inside. What would be best?
Skirmishing. So you can move them up to there anyway.
Right.
And then I've got the wrong guy. Hold on a second. With the 2 points that you declared. Then after that, you would normally move them 2, but you will also need to move yourself. So I'm going to say for each stunt point, you can move you and him combined 1 more meter. So you're heading towards the bathroom, so it'll be another 3 meters each.
Yep.
Actually, you can use 4 on him and 2 on you because you're going to be right behind him. So you're dragging him over towards where Jet is standing at the cafe.
Yep. And I just say follow.
Right, you are.
Hopefully, my own team will see that as, follow me, whereas the rest is like, if you want your mate, you'd best come with me.
Yeah. Okay, seeing that this fight has escalated, this poser ganger who goes next as you're dragging away a friend, the one who's currently holding the spray paint, is going to move to here and spray paint Alexander in the face.
Fuck off!
But she's got a lighter out.
Oh no.
Oh,
so, yeah, essentially. So none of the attacks she's got built in would work, so it's going to be an accuracy attack. 6. So as she comes running forward, she tries to light the spray paint. Instead, she's failed, so she spray painted the front of your armour. And then by the time she's actually managed to get it to catch, you've ducked. So she's running, you've got like a black smear across where she spray paints you. And then as you realise what's about to happen, you kind of drop.
Can it be pink?
It goes, okay, we'll make it pink.
I want a big pink smear on me.
As you drop, she finally manages to get the spray paint to ignite as it's coming out. But you've dropped by then, a finger comes off the nozzle. You're alright, you've just been painted. And that's her action. So it is the poser ganger that's currently being dragged off. Now, they're already intimidated by Barbar, so I think they are likely to just go along with this, but screaming for help. I might be wrong, so we're going to make a strength intimidation test for Barbar against their willpower. But they're going to be at -2. So Barbar, could you give me a strength intimidation test? See if they're still too frightened. Yep, they're far too frightened. They're just like, all right, man, I didn't mean anything by it. Fuck's sake. I don't want any trouble.
As they're quite close to me now, I'm just going to say, it's really nasty, mate. You should get that looked at.
Okay, it is the next combat round. So, Louise, do you want to add yourself to the initiative, or are you just standing watching still?
Yeah, I will do. Hang on.
Go for it.
Oh, that is highlighted. That was weird. Didn't seem like it was. Did that add me?
It
Yay!
Yes, it does seem to have done. So I will reorder the whole thing, descending, and it is this poser ganger here to go next. So what are they going to do? They've just seen their friend dragged off by Barbar. They've seen Alexander draw a knife.
Machete.
A machete. They've seen you've tasered somebody in the genitals. I'm thinking at this point there's a strong possibility they've had enough. So I'm going to set a target number of 11 for them to beat on a willpower test. If they pass, they fight. If they fail, they run. He's off. He's like way off up the street. Ah, fucking lunatics! They just wait till I come back with my mates, you bunch of cunts. And off they go. Right. Oh shit, I've just deleted the wrong fucking thing. Never mind. Come on, delete it. There we go. Right.
Is he completely out of play at this point? There's no chance of catching him.
You can try a chase. Yeah, you can try a chase. You can absolutely try a chase.
I only asked from a gaming perspective because he's deleted rather than sort of moved up the board somewhere.
Okay, I'll put him back on. And then,
He did say he's coming back with his mate, so
actually, it won't go back on, so I can't. But yeah, I suppose what I should have done is just kind of moved him onto the Games Master's lair, but I assumed you were all a bit too busy to chase him. So, Kayden, it's you to go. What would you like to do?
See, I'm tempted to chase him.
Go for it, if you want.
Because I can parkour, I can run.
Oh, nice one.
This is almost my specialty.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the chase mechanically.
Chases are loads of fun.
My intention, effectively, is just to kind of catch him and sort of... See, I want to catch him, but then then Alex is here. And he's but
it's okay. What I'm planning to do is I'm gonna finish these two off because I'm not happy that I'm being. She's trying to fucking set me on fire, little bitch. She's getting stabbed, and then I'm gonna calmly get in the car, and then I'm gonna pursue the other guy.
Just remember, you're not supposed to be attracting attention.
I'm not gonna
to
kill
this
them.
area.
I'm not gonna kill them.
So
too violent.
Kayden,
I just feel like. Sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, because it's not your go yet. Just shush. So, Kayden, if you want to chase them, the way chasers work is I set a target number based on how difficult the terrain is. And everybody that's involved in the chase makes dice rolls. And whatever is on their stunt dice, if they passed, that's what they add to the chase total. If your chase total ever exceeds the person you are chasing, you've caught them. If you come to within 2 of them, you're close enough to use missile weapons. So, let's start with the poser, because he took off first. So he uses... You're running on foot, so it's dexterity running. So he uses dexterity. He scored... I'm going to say the target number for this, because it's up a street. It's an easy run. Target number's 7. So he's passed. The poser has gained 3 in their escape total. You take off after them. So give me a dexterity running test, or just dexterity if you don't have the running focus.
Yeah, I don't have the running, but I do have dexterity. 13.
13, so you've easily passed. You also get to roll 3. So you take off after them, and you've caught up to him in the first round. You've just he's rocketed off, and you've just gone tearing up the street after him. You can now attempt to bring him down because you've caught him in the first round. He didn't have a round's head start or anything, so it was just down to that dice roll to caught him.
I wanna see. Can I bring him down? We get some road rash maybe because we're going fast.
Yep, absolutely.
And bring him down to this.
Yeah, give me
the sort of. Yeah, make sure he doesn't run.
Right.
We don't want him running.
Okay, so you're basically rugby tackling him, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So you go running up after him and jump and try and catch him. Give me a unarmed combat attack, which will be equal to your fighting skill, brawling if you have the brawling focus.
I don't have brawling, and I didn't put unarmed in my attacks because I'm a bit of a moron.
Well, that's okay. Just click your fighting, and it'll do it for you.
Fighting.
Left-hand side, accuracy, communication.
Oh, there it is.
Fighting.
There it is.
Oh, okay. So
Ooh.
you jump to attack him to try and bring him down, and he zigs suddenly, and you wind up hitting the tarmac. Boom,
Ow.
as he just keeps running. Fuck you. This does not end the chase. This just means your attempt to end the chase failed. So next time it comes round, you will test it again to see if you catch him again or if he manages to open up the gap. So that's you done. So it's poser ganger, bald guy who's badly injured. Now, he's very badly injured. There is no chance he is staying to fight. He's yelling to everyone else to run, and he's going to do the same. So he's going to take a different route. Since he knows you're up that way, he's going to head off this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would be a standard move, and then he can do another 24 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22. Yep, he's off that way. So I'll just pop him on the Games Master's lair in case anybody catches him. Alexander, you to go. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stab her.
You're going to stab the woman that tried to light you on fire. Right, you are. Go for
Yes. I think that's justified.
To be fair, she did try and light you on
Oh,
fire.
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
You've met him, though.
I'm gonna stab her with the second attack because that would have missed, has it?
Okay, so you slash with the machete. She jumps back out of the way. You realise you've missed, and on the backswing, you step forward. That one does catch her down the arm. Go ahead and roll the damage.
9 damage again.
9. I've just realised I've been forgetting to include people's toughness because this is most of this is stunning damage. She
one
doesn't get
isn't.
to apply the toughness
Yeah.
against you because it's not, so it's just the armour. So that's 8 points you've got through there. So that she should have started on that, and she should now be on that. So she's in a very... You've sliced her arm open, it's bleeding very, very heavily. And that's you done. So it's Barbar to go.
Well, believing that everybody's following him, poor deluded fool,
Yes.
continuing to drag this one towards the bathrooms.
Okay. Go for it. I'm just going to allow you to move at the walking pace, so just your standard speed.
Right.
You can't run because you're dragging someone else, but you could walk twice, so you can get into the bathrooms if you want.
Speed of 10, sir.
Yeah.
Also, I've got I don't think that my character would come up with this idea, but I do have an idea.
Okay.
So I will throw it out there, and it could be like
This
a
is the
spark.
same idea as mine.
Possibly. It is an idea for you. Would you like to possibly install a behavioural inhibitor chip into this one to stop them from behaving like this?
No, that
If-
wasn't
if such a
the
thing
idea.
I'm looking forward to hearing what your idea was.
Okay, so if you just want to make your
Yes.
move, then we'll find
Yep.
out, because it will be...
Yep. Absolutely. So drag.
and I will
And-
drag them in there with you. So you drag them in and shove them into the toilets.
Yep.
I'm moving the wrong person.
Oh, hang on. As I was coming through, as I came through the door, I forgot to do this bit, just sort of role play style.
Yeah.
As I came in, saying to the other two that are in there, the cafe owner and Roxy, before I drag this person in, I say, face the wall.
Right, they both face the wall, hurriedly.
Because the boss said nobody had to see.
Yes. They both face the wall, a bit sort of terrified, and Jet Domino to go. What would you like to do? Two of the
Running through
enemy
the
have
middle
run.
of
One of them is being chased by Kayden, who's now fallen over. One's still fighting Alexander. That's the situation. What would you like to do?
Running through the middle of the cafe, apologising to the patrons.
Right.
Sorry.
How many
I
are
can't
there?
get the bathroom. Door shut.
Yes, with good cause.
Put them
I'm
down! Put them down!
occupied.
Put them down! Put them down. You, right?
What?
You look really injured. I'll help you with that. But I want to know why you keep pestering everybody around here first.
Okay, look, he looks kind of blank, as if like why they're doing it is something that's just never crossed their mind. And in a voice that's as androgynous as their appearance is, they reply, I don't really know. Just
Well,
like,
you must have some idea of why you decided to pick on here rather than anywhere else.
he just shrugs. It's like, well, we've got to pick on somewhere.
Can't
Why?
really do that.
He looks completely blank, like he doesn't even they don't even understand the question.
Why can't you find something to do?
Why can't you find some? All right, Grandma.
Look, I would be careful with that attitude if I was you. I don't think I'd be making jokes like that if I was on the floor in the bathroom next to Windows 2.3 here. And I'm playing Baba.
Baba!
Okay,
Yes, that.
they seem completely incapable of answering. Like it's never occurred to them to do anything other than be thugs and bullies. So that they're kind of flapping about for an answer. And it is this poser ganger to go, who is once again going to try to light Alexander on fire. So let's see if they succeed this time.
Hopefully not.
12, is that a hit?
Nope.
Nope, right you are. So this time there's a gout of flame as the paint goes sputtering about and ignites as it hits the lighter. You kind of duck back very slightly to stay out of the way, and they use that as an opportunity to run the fuck away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. They can only move at their speed because their major action was to try and light you on fire. So the next...
I'm assuming we're going to chase these. All of them.
Who knows? Who dares to wonder? So it appears to be the one in the toilet at the moment who's just like, look man, I don't want any trouble. I don't know. We're just having a bit of fun. Can't you take a joke? Snowflakes.
Are we out of combat time here? So are we just sort of like role playing as normal?
No, we're still in. Well, there's still a bunch of stuff going on, so we're in combat time at the moment, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go up to Daisy. Sorry, I went straight past Kayden there, but it's Kayden to go anyway.
I put myself just kind of at the top there, just to sort of represent.
Aye, yeah.
That he sort of ran off. So a quick question for you: is it a minor action to like bring out like something that I have, like with stun baton or whatever?
Yeah, that'll be a minor action. Yeah. So you are close enough to make a ranged attack from here, even though they escaped your hand-to-hand thing. Well, presumably.
The thing is, I haven't reloaded, and reloading's a major action. So.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. But I feel like the stun baton, and let's see if I can kind of, as I sort of like get myself back up. See if I can get a bit of pace and just use the stun baton, maybe kind of in the small of the back.
Okay, well it's actually a
see if I
stun
can bring
gun
him down.
rather than a baton, isn't it? Or do you have a baton as well?
I've got a baton as well. So,
right, okay. Okay, so yeah, you can chase them down again. Give me a dexterity running roll. They added, oh god, right, yeah, now you've caught them again.
Yay!
They have a total of 5 in their chase pool, and you now have 8. So yeah,
Yes.
As they take off, you kind of roll and come up on your feet with a stun baton rack, ching, go running in after them, and that's a major and a minor. Well, because they're close, you are close enough that you can make a charge action as your chase action, which means a charge action allows you to move half your usual speed and make an attack at the end of it. That would mean your you would still be yes. Yes, you can make an attack as well. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we'll go for that. And I'm aiming with the baton like in the kind of in the small of the back. So I'm hoping that like sends like signals up to the spine and brings whoever I'm chasing right down.
Yep.
And they'll be stunned enough that I can get them. Also, in the same pile of miscreants.
Yep, indeed. Go for it. See if you can bring them down.
I just rolled the damages. Not the damage. The
To hit, so you
brain.
have. Sorry, yes, 17. That's a hit. That's a hit. So go ahead and roll the damage for the stun baton. It is impact stunning damage, so they can take 3 off the total damage.
I think, have I done that right?
Yes, you have.
Yes.
The hit points are 2, but I think a stun baton. Ben, can you check this for me? The stun baton, is that going to have a separate stun effect, or is it just it does stunning damage?
I'm just checking that now, page 71.
So might as well have the extra pair of eyes on the job while I work on various bits and bobs.
Some versions are... it has no effect on a target in armor. If the target is without armor, it paralyzes the individuals for 1d6 rounds unless they succeed a stamina roll.
Right, okay, so you haven't managed to paralyze them because they're wearing armor, but you have done the X amount of damage, which is fairly minor, but it has done them a little bit anyway. What did you do? Damage was 5, 3 came off, 2 gets through. Okay. Okay, so that is Alexander Weatherford Sterling to go next.
I'm going to get in my car. I'll just read it because I've got the speed demon. I think I can get in and start as a free action.
Yeah.
Yeah, mounting an animal or climbing into a vehicle and starting it are free actions. So I'm going to go to my vehicle, I'm going to get in and start it as a free action, and then pursue one of the ones that are not being pursued.
Okay. So you run to your car, and using the vehicle rig that you've got wired into your brain, you give the command so the car starts up and as doors pop open as you arrive. You just kind of roll into position and just take off. You are racing up the way, so you're chasing Poser 2, who has a 1-round advantage.
Is that the bald guy or is that the woman?
That is... you could chase the woman, but I was meaning...
It's either or, I don't mind.
Which one do you want to go for?
I'll go for the bald guy because he hit me with a bat and that hurt.
Right, yeah, okay. So you need to make a chase test, but you get +2 because of the high speed of a car over foot traffic, whereas he's running on foot. So you make your chase test using dexterity driving.
And I can re-roll them if I fail because of my implant.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so that is...
So you're going up a street, so it's a target of 7, so that's a pass. You've got 2, so you
Can I actually re-roll? Because I think I can do better than 2.
Go on if you want to. It does say if you fail, but I'm going to allow it. You got worse. Okay, so you take off up the street after him as you come hurtling round the corner. You go tearing down the street before you spot him in your rear view mirror and think, shit, he took that fucking turn up the pedestrianised bit. But you know you can cut him off if you go further down. So you go further down and spin the car to the side and drive up another street. You think you're running parallel to him, but on the wrong street. So you are 4 chase points away from catching him, because you're on the wrong street. So
that +2, does that go on to the stunt dice, or does that go on to like making the test?
It goes on to both actually. So I'll just pop that on your. So actually, you're only 2 away from them. So yeah, every time you pass, like an adjoining street, the like pedestrianised path that goes between buildings, you can see him running, and you think, if I can just get to the end of the block, I can cut him off.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, essentially, you're running them down in a car. Yeah. Okay, so that was you. So it's Barbar to go next. What would Barbar like to do?
I am sorely tempted to reinforce what Jet is saying and to make use of my surroundings and just slam the head in this door over and over.
Jesus Christ!
But I'm not going to do that because I was told not too violent.
Yeah.
Which is the talking stage now.
Yeah, what?
Which is the talking stage.
At the talking stage, that's quite right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I'm reinforcing what Jet has been saying.
Okay. So you're reinforcing.
Don't do it.
Oh no, I'm not doing
Don't do
anything.
it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just lying here bleeding. Don't hurt me anymore. And Jet is you to go as well, so I'll just let you and Barbar go at the same time here, I think.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to fix you up, and then we're going to go back out into the main cafe, and you're going to apologise to the two people in
Fix
there,
you
but
up.
you're especially going to apologise to Roxy and promise not to follow her anymore, okay?
Yeah,
Roxy.
absolutely.
And then, when you get out of here, you're going to tell all your weird little mates to leave this block alone, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Mates.
Okay.
Of course, definitely.
Because if you don't, my friend here, make sure you do.
Friend.
Great, how do I fix this guy?
How do you what now?
How do I fix this person up?
Okay, give me an intelligence medical test, please.
Medicine? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, your target number for that is 11. You've passed,
Yeah,
so you get to add your intelligence to the stunt dice roll, which is 4, 5, 6, 7. So you've healed 7 points of their stuns. So that's them back on. Actually, that's them back up to full.
God damn.
No, it's not. It's not. Not quite. They're 2 points under. So they're still like a little bit banged up and bruised, and they're absolutely terrified. But they're following you around. Going, yeah, I'll apologise to anyone. Just tell me you have to apologise to. You'll never see us again. I swear. I swear. We'll never come back. Me and the guys will just. You'll never have any bother with us ever again. I'll become a priest.
What about that girl with spray paint as well?
What about her?
You said you and guys, you can't get an out here. Her as well, she can't come back either.
No. Honestly, we'll not come. You'll never see us again. We'll disappear
Good.
into the night, like Batman.
Is that some old thing from years ago that weird creatures are into all of a sudden?
We'll disappear.
What's a-
Into the night, like Wizards of the Coast after the OGL debacle.
Ah, right.
Come on.
Reference, yeah. Come on, round of apologies.
Okay, he goes and apologises to everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the people who were involved in chases, are you continuing the chase?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case I'm going to start with Kayden. Foot chase with Kayden and the person they're chasing. So Kayden, you need a dexterity running test for me. Please.
Dexterity running. Yes, I really should have invested in the running skill, but
Well, you didn't know you
There we
really
are.
need. Oh God, you've
Yeah.
kept up with him again. Okay, so he's off and running, and you just like leap along after him, just running him down. You can make another stun baton attack if you like, or you can try grapple.
grapple is strength. Forgive me for meta slightly there.
No, that's fine. To
I
make
kinda
a
wanna
successful
bring it-
grapple would be fighting, but to continue to hold them would be strength and strength. Yeah.
I kind of just want to be able to. My aim is to bring this person down as quickly as possible, and because the further we go away,
Yeah.
the further away I am from my friends,
Okay.
and the more danger I'm in.
Absolutely. So
Um,
I would say grapple attack to try and like bring him to the ground, because you don't then have to hold him. You've got him on
Yep.
the ground if you succeed.
all right, that was fighting.
Yes, fighting.
Let's go for that. 13.
13 is a hit. So this time you leap again. Instead of trying rugby tackle, because you missed him the last time, you try more of a body block. So you slam into the back. They go tumbling forwards, and as they're trying to regain their balance, you put a hand in the small of the back and slam them into the ground.
Yeah.
You have caught your victim.
Yay.
Okay,
And then the next turn, so to speak, will be getting them back. And I think basically one of us here is playing Mirror's Edge, and one of us is playing Forza Horizon.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if we have some kind of communication, I can pick you up once I've got this guy.
Yeah.
I feel like we would. I feel like it would
yeah.
make sense for us
Yeah.
to at least have our
You've all got
numbers.
phones, yeah? You all know each other's numbers. Okay,
That's true,
so let's see if Sterling can manage to catch the guy who's running away from him on foot. So
Okay.
they have started weaving in and out of sort of narrow defiles that is going to make it difficult for you. But it's making it difficult for them as well. So although it's difficult for you to get the car up those alleys, they're also tripping over things and slamming into boxes, colliding with people and sending them flying. Give me a... they do have a couple of stunt points to use, but give me your dexterity driving test, if you would, please.
That's okay.
Okay, so 6. You're very close to them, so you come screeching round a corner and you see them in the street for a
I've
split
got
second
stunt points.
before they dive up a side street. However, you do have stunt points. Decide how you want to use them and decide if you want to make a ranged attack. I really need to go to the lavatory, so I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
Okay.
I'm leaving everything out live, so whatever you say while I'm in the lavatory is going to go to the recording. But I'll be back in a second. You'll be working out what you're doing with the stunt points.
Because I have a bladder that is like paper, I too will do that.
Okay.
-2. Ooh.
Well, I'm struggling all of a sudden.
Shush.
Apology.
I know you've got a
Next
mile
door.
away there.
What?
You sound like you're miles away all of a sudden.
Okay.
All I heard was Jet.
You sounded alright to me.
I'm putting my headphones out now. Is that any better?
Oh yes, you're now
That's
right
much
in my
better.
ear.
Good, good. Right.
You're giving me ASMR now.
Just relax. Everything's fine.
Have you ever seen that Dalek ASMR video?
Pay no
No.
attention to the ship behind you.
What?
What was that?
The shadow that lives in my closet, and then during the day just sleeps in my bed.
Shadow the
You
name of
snort
your dog.
that. No, it's not actually.
Right,
It's
so
my student accommodation demon.
Yikes. Baba will say to Jet, apology. Next door.
Yeah.
Large crowd stunt.
Louise, did you get it this time?
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to need you to apologise as well.
Me?
No,
Eh?
not one either.
Yeah. I know you didn't mean to scare those people, but when you told them to look at the wall there, that was a little bit scary. You just you let them know that you didn't mean to frighten them.
Sorry.
Right, sorry about that. So,
Sorry.
what's happening with those stunt points?
Okay,
Roger?
so I got what? So if I get the +2 because I'm in a fast car, am I within melee range of this guy?
Shit, actually, you've caught him because I forgot to add the +2.
Then I'm going to use attack on the move, and
Yeah.
it said or make a bonus ram attack, so I'm going to hit him with my car.
Fucking hell.
I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I've got a plan. Because right, listen.
I'm listening.
My
I'm listening.
my communication's quite high, and I have deception. So I'm just gonna make it look like an accident. Oh, he stepped down in front of me. Oh no! I'm gonna shove him into my car and take him to the hospital.
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is open another rule book up because I need to check the rules for running people down with your cars. Because there is actually rules for that in the modern age companion, I think it's
The
in.
ever-growing list of things that Bryan didn't see coming in session. Session 1.
The thing is, I know Ben, I've gamed a lot with Ben. Why I didn't see this coming is beyond me. Every time I think Ben's not going to do anything that'll take me completely by surprise this time. He's like, hold me beer.
I hope you've noted how good I've been. I have not set fire to anyone.
Yes. Okay, so vehicles I'm looking for.
You said I had a sports car. That's 2d6 ram damage.
I've got the ram damage there.
Wait.
What speed were you going at?
Wait a minute. Oh, it doesn't. I don't know. Fast enough to catch up with the guy on foot.
Okay, because that.
I'd probably be flooring it. I'd probably be flooring it, to be honest, to catch up with him. I'm not trying to kill him though. I'm gonna try and like make him roll. I'm not trying to kill him.
Okay.
If that helps.
I mean,
All I see in my head is that old road safety.
Okay,
advert
so
with the
ram
child
attacks.
boys.
It says here ram attacks. I can
Yeah.
sideswipe or I can collision. I think sideswipe won't kill him.
yeah.
That's the vehicle clips or grinds against a target or rear ends a vehicle that is maneuvering, velocity class of the attacker. Sideswiping against living targets moving in the same direction in the same velocity class only inflicts base ram damage to the listed
Yeah, but
sideswipe.
he's not moving in the same velocity class because he's
Yeah.
on foot. So you need to
Yeah.
add. You need to add the additional damage for you being at the higher velocity, which it'll be around about where you're looking somewhere. Which rule book are you looking in? Is that the base rules?
That was just the base one, yeah.
What page?
78
78.
or
Thank you.
77 if you're on the PDF.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just have a quick look. So ram attacks, vehicle details handling class. Here we go. So your velocity class will be.
It's very fast if it's a sports car.
So that's an extra 4d6 damage.
Oh fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 4d6 plus. the
Since
ram
I'm not
damage, so
trying to
66.
kill him,
Yeah.
I would probably slow down to a point where I know I'm probably not going to kill him.
Okay, so you screech the brakes on, which will add to your cover story about trying to avoid him. So I'm going to say you are travelling at standard velocity class when you actually hit
I
him.
do still need to hit him, to be fair.
Well, roll ahead.
It says I'm at a -2. Can I use my driving roll?
Yes. Oh,
As an
it
attack.
is your driving roll that you use for this. Yes.
Yeah.
Running people over like a maniac.
Is that a hit?
14's a
minus-
hit. Yeah. So you come.
That would be 12.
You
with a
come round
-2.
the corner, and as he tries to dive down the side alley, you just wham hit him. He bounces on the bonnet, on the windscreen, on the top of the car, on the boot, on the ground. That's
And what's the
3d6 damage, please.
Oh, that's not too bad. 12 damage.
12 damage, so one. All right, okay. So, yeah, well, the screaming stopped.
I'll burst out the car. Oh my! Oh, he just ran out in front of me.
Right, you can.
Oh, my insurance!
Right, so you've run him down. He has a bloody pile of broken bones. You've taken him out. He's on -1 hit points. However, I'm going to see if he survives this because you were trying to see if he could. So, I'm going to give him a Constitution Stamina test with a target number of. Well, he's in minus hit points, so this is not good. I'm going to say 13. And we're going to see if he survives it. Constitution Stamina. That'd be 13. Without medical attention, he's not going to survive.
Can I attempt medical attention on him?
Yes, you can.
Okay. This is the only chance. I'm shoving him in the boot either way, but
For fuck's sake.
prefer him to be alive.
Start by putting his blood back in.
Yes, I'll just scoop up the blood and start. Is it intelligence?
It's intelligence. It's a target
this
number of
isn't-
11. And if you
isn't gonna go well.
successfully do this, you've stabilized him. Yeah.
Ooh!
So you managed to stop the bleeding, but he's got like multiple broken bones. He's broken both legs, both his arms, 2 ribs, fractured
Oh,
his
God
jaw.
damn.
He's in a bad way. This is what happens when you run somebody over with a fucking car.
There's no time for an ambulance. I'll scoop him up and put him on my boot.
I
Okay.
feel like the timing as well now at that point as well is Kayden is not one for a phone call. You get a text with wherever my location is. I don't know how far we would have ran.
Not that far.
Being like little lift question mark.
Yeah, I'll just send a thumbs up emoji.
So as Kayden's wrestling this this guy that he's chased down, the street racer car that you know your friend drives, he's much better off than he pretends. Pulls up next to you, but you notice it's not looking in good condition as it did before. The bumper, or fender as the Americans would call it, is bent. The bonnet's got a dent in it. There's a crack in the screen, the windscreen. There's a dent on the top. There's blood on the car. And when he pops the door open and you stuff the other prisoner in, you notice that there's no sign of a prisoner in here.
Get him in. I feel like coming from D&D, I kind of want to get this guy just sort of bound so he can't leg it again.
Yeah.
And then I just say to Alex, I'll be like, did you not get him?
Oh, I got him.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna just take a peek out and look at the car and go.
He stepped
right.
down in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
Shut up back there.
You've got a squeak in the car.
Yeah. Don't worry about
the maniac came out of me.
Shut up back there, or I'll run you over again.
that. I'll run you over again.
So
Yeah.
And I won't
eventually,
pull my blow this time.
eventually you get back to the scene of the kerfuffle. The car pulls up. The rest of you, while they're doing that, what have the rest of you been doing with the prisoner you do have?
We were going to take them to the old lady next door and get them to apologise.
Okay.
Been going around the whole building getting apologies.
Okay. So you just make these thugs apologise to all the residents who find this whole thing immensely funny, and the thugs are very contrite. It's like, oh, yeah, we did go a bit too far. We'll not do that again. Once Kayden and Sterling arrive with the others, you get them to do the same, except for the guy who's unconscious, badly injured, bleeding.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
tied
gonna
up in
have
the boot.
to. I'll go up to
Bloody
Baba.
hell! I'm a
I'll go-
bad techno jigsaw puzzle artist.
He stepped down in front of the car. What did you expect me to do?
Swerve.
Oh,
He stepped out. The 2-second rule. I didn't have time to react. You see. So.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, it was like, yeah, it's their fault.
Exactly. Completely their fault. Baba, can you give me a hand moving him, please?
Baba points into the driver's seat. Eventually says, "Brakes." And then does as he's asked to move this pile of soup into the passenger seat in the front,
Okay.
and puts his seatbelt on.
So eventually you've managed to make the prisoners that are able apologise to everybody. What are you doing with them then? Are you letting them go? Or?
Just send the guy who's a broken mess of bones just on his
Well,
way.
I'm going to come to him in a moment. I'm dealing with the two that are actually, still walking. So what are you doing with them?
I'd like to really reinforce it to them to not come back.
Okay.
And I would like to let them go, but
Don't
it's on
come
the rest of the
back.
group.
Okay, what's going to happen now is everybody in the group is going to make a intimidation test, strength intimidation. What happens when you use a group test like this, because a lot of you have never seen this happen before, is we make a group test, everybody makes that test. Whoever scored the highest, we take that as the final score. But whoever got the highest on the stunt dice, we take that as the stunt number.
We've used this mechanic before.
Yeah.
We've done it for stealth.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So we've got a 16 so far with a 4-point stunt.
Don't think I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
beat
just saw the
that.
0 and I thought I rolled a 0 there.
Ah, right, no. Okay, so 16. So in order for this gang to decide to make a thing of this, when they get back and tell everybody else, the gang as a whole needs a single test, and it would need to beat 16. If it fails, these gangers go back and go, we don't fucking touch them again. The people that are protecting that place are the real deal. However, because I am a bastard, I'm not going to let you know what I roll.
All I'll say is, please take into account that one of them is a pile of human pieces.
Well, that's the next question. What are you doing with him?
Well, I don't think we should kill him, so...
No, the cold blood at this point, as though it wasn't already with him running away in the opposite direction. I think...
Let me have a look.
Clemency.
Right.
I think we should get him attention and just like, we'll leave you alone as long as you don't tell the authorities, but, if you do, then we won't give you medical attention next time.
Yeah, whatever, man, whatever.
Consider this a warning.
You'll never see me again.
Yeah. But please, spread the word on the underground about my terrible driving.
Okie dokie. So you eventually let them go, having patched them up as best you can and terrified them. At least one of them is leaving with pissy trousers, which happened
the
when
better
I
off one.
stunned them the first time. The people in the tower have all been apologised to. Some of them have found this amusing. Some of them are worried, like, this is just going to escalate. They're just going to come back. You're like, nah, they'll not come back. We've scared them good and proper.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing now? What is your next
I'll finish my
action?
eels.
Right, okay. You just go back and finish your reels. What's the rest of you doing, sorry?
I'd already finished my juice box, going back to the Don.
Right, you're up. You go back to the Don to report. So you're sure that's the end of it?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I see,
did say we were
because...
going to send...
Yeah, you go, Louise.
We did say before all this kicked off that someone was going to make sure Roxy was alright on her way to work. I think someone should still go
I
there
did say that,
nobody
so
does follow it.
Right, so who's going to take Roxy to work?
I said that I offered it, so I'll drive her there.
Right, you are.
Drive her to work.
So you drive Roxy to work. She asks if you're going to be there to take her home again afterwards, just in case.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing
She
that night?
turns up to work in the dinted crime car.
I will have to get that patched up, to be fair.
Yeah, you probably will, actually, won't you?
Change the plates as well, because there's definitely witnesses.
Is it? I've got an idea. Because of Kayden's background, it's likely he knows people who can fix up things, such as the dent in a car.
I do actually know a mechanic
You
quite
do know a
personally.
mechanic, yeah.
Oh, if you know a mechanic, yeah. Then I
Yeah.
want tread on your toes then.
He's he my vehicle plug. So
Yeah. Okay, so you guys go back to report the outcome of the let's call it a discussion with thugs. Ben, you're going to drive Roxy to the
club.
So I think we will draw the veil on that today. That's your first adventure. That was just a little introductory encounter just to get you used to the world. I hope you've enjoyed it.
I like
Yeah.
this system.
Oh, yes.
Good. Oh, it's a great system.
Well, the system's brilliant.
Yeah. So, just before we do go, okay, could you all add an enemy to your character sheets, please? Angry Posegan. They will be back in the future, but not right now. They're licking their wounds. However, that intimidation resistance roll, they rolled 18.
Damn.
So they're scared enough of you that they don't want to take you on straight away when you're expecting it, but you can add them as an enemy. They will be back in the future at some point.
What tab would enemies be in? I mean, I can always just jot it down on a piece of
Relationships.
Yes,
relationship. There we are.
At the bottom of Persona, yeah.
We've been taking notes previously in the bio and info tab.
You can add it there as well if you want, whichever suits
Right.
you the best. Could you also add Roxy the Stripper as a friend, please?
she just a 1 point friend?
Yes. So, thank you very much for joining me then. I hope you enjoyed the game, and for those of you who are watching it, thank you very much. That was just an introductory game because not all of the players here have played this before, have played the system before. And in fact, this is everybody here's first attempt at the Cyberpunk Slice as well. Our next adventure will be happening at some point. We're not doing this every week, we're just doing it where space allows. But our next adventure is going to be a heist with a difference. So do tune in for that one. If you've enjoyed this one, make a comment in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out our other videos as well. We've got a lot of live play of various different games, including many other one-offs and short forms, such as Crypt World we did just before Christmas, Cat we did earlier in the year. We've got long-form fantasy and a long-form post-apocalyptic one as well. Check all of that out. And check out Gethsemane Games on Drive-Thru RPG, as well as my coffee account, which is Bryan F. Irving, if you would like to support what we do and keep us going. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next time. Drop us a message if you would like, dh9radio@mail.com or gethsemanegames@gmail.com. I'll put those in the doobly-doo. Thank you very much. But from us, for now, good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ta-ta!
Bye bye.